Hey guys, it's Yukon, and the family and I were out driving around and stopped by a friend's house who didn't happen to be home at the time. And upon backing out of their property, I became grounded by this boulder hidden in the snow. And luckily, just by chance, a passerby stopped with a nice tow rig on their truck and pulled our truck right to safety off the rocks. And I couldn't find a more fitting metaphor for my view on our current predicament as I see it. And with the kids now safely on their way, I just happened to have the camera on me, and I thought, what a better time to share my thoughts on how do we survive this thing. And if my scenario proves to be correct, Superman is not going to be able to make it by himself. I don't care how smart you are, or how strong you are, or how educated you are, or even how prepared you are. If you think that you are really going to be able to make it by yourself, if you think you're going to Lone Ranger this thing, I couldn't disagree more. I think that the only way that we survive this thing is by joining together with our friends, family, and by making a lot more friends. People we don't even know right now. People who haven't even yet come into our lives. And by joining with those people, we might create a critical mass of people with the ability to actually move mountains, which is may well be what it takes to survive and thrive in this event. I think that even the best prepared people are going to still run into problems. I can store 100 years worth of food, and I can store 100 years worth of firewood. And you know what? My ship could still get grounded on the rocks. And I could still need you to come and pull me off those rocks. And I'll tell you, I was pushing against that truck, and I'm not exactly a skinny mini. And I was throwing some weight at that truck, and I wasn't budging it. It was only on by one bolt. That was the thing. I looked underneath the truck and I couldn't believe it. It was just one bolt that actually was stuck on those boulders. But it was enough. That's all it took. And I wasn't budging that thing. I even tried to use a long pry bar to get some leverage on that. Guess what? Still wasn't budging it. And without the help of that elderly gentleman who just happened to stop by and pull our ship off the rocks, it would have been a long, cold night. And so I think that this is a fantastic lesson for myself and the kids and all of us, that the only way that we're going to be able to survive and thrive through this event, should my scenario prove to be correct, is together, helping each other, pulling each other off the rocks. in a million different ways. That's the only way we can do it. And so I hope all of you will consider that, consider these things, and consider helping your neighbors. Pull together with your family and your friends, and try to get all of them to awaken to the possibility that we could be in for a very rough ride on multiple fronts: economic, social, political, and most of all, the very real possibility of a new dawning ice age, and at the least, a new little ice age, a solar minimum. Talk to your friends and family. Try to get them to start storing some food. Try to get them to start opening their mind to the possibility that all of the services that we've come to expect, all the entitlements that we've come to just expect are going to be there for us, may not be. And there may be very little we can do about it. But together, we really could move mountains.